You think you're eating healthy. You start your morning with whole grains, a green smoothie, maybe some low-fat yogurt. You skip the fries, count your calories, and tell yourself you're doing everything right. But what if I told you that many of these healthy habits are silently destroying the one thing that controls your entire body, your gut? The place where your energy, mood, and immunity are born is under attack every single day. The foods you trust, the diets you follow, the habits you repeat, they might be feeding the very bacteria that cause fatigue, brain fog, bloating, and chronic inflammation. Most people never connect the dots until it's too late. Today, we'll expose the silent killers hiding behind your healthy choices and reveal what you must do to save your gut before it's permanently damaged. Listen carefully, because your body is already sending warnings. Let's start with the most common trap, the fiber myth. You've been told that fiber is the secret to a healthy gut. Every package screams, high fiber, like it's a badge of honor. But here's the dark truth. Fiber isn't universally healing. In a damaged gut, raw fiber acts more like sandpaper than a soothing balm. Every rough vegetable skin, every handful of raw greens it scrapes against inflamed tissue, feeding harmful bacteria and producing painful gas. You bloat, you cramp, and you think it's detox working. But it's not detox, it's damage. Your gut lining is fragile, it's only one cell thick, and when it's already inflamed from years of poor food, sugar, antibiotics, or stress, it doesn't need cleansing, it needs rest. So when you flood it with raw kale, bran cereal, and so-called healthy whole grains, you're worsening the wound. A healed gut thrives on gentle, cooked, or fermented foods. Think slow-cooked vegetables, broth, and small portions of fermented fiber like sauerkraut. That's how your microbes rebuild, not through punishment, but through peace. But the fiber myth isn't the only one. For decades, we were told that fat was the enemy, that the key to health was low-fat everything. Yogurts, milks, dressings stripped of fat and replaced with sugar and chemicals. The result? A generation of people with gallbladders that barely function. You see, your gallbladder releases bile, a natural detergent that breaks down fats, but also kills bad bacteria in your small intestine. Without bile, those microbes grow uncontrollably, leading to SIBO, bloating, and constant fullness after meals. When you remove fat, you silence the signal that tells your body to release bile. Your digestion slows, toxins build up, and your gut environment turns toxic. You're not supposed to live on low-fat foods. You're supposed to thrive on healthy fats, olive oil, ghee, avocado, omega-3 seconds, the kind that nourish your cells and power your hormones. Ironically, the low-fat movement didn't cure obesity or heart disease. It created generations of people with sluggish metabolisms and broken guts. And if that wasn't enough, let's talk about snacking, the habit that silently destroys your gut's ability to heal. We've been told that eating small meals all day boosts metabolism. The truth? It does the opposite. Every time you eat, your digestive system works releasing acid, enzymes, and bile. It's a complex process that demands rest. But when you snack all day, your gut never gets that rest. Instead, you overload it, creating constant fermentation, inflammation, and exhaustion. The gut never heals because it never pauses. Your digestive system needs fasting windows, hours where it can clean up damaged cells, repair your lining, and balance your microbiome. That's why intermittent fasting works. Not because it's trendy, but because it gives your gut the time it desperately needs to recover from the chaos of constant eating. Skipping unnecessary snacks might be the simplest yet most powerful way to reset your gut. Then comes one of the biggest deceptions in the health industry, probiotics. Yogurt brands and supplement companies promise miracles in a bottle, billions of live cultures for your gut. What they don't tell you is that most of those bacteria never survive your stomach acid. Many commercial probiotic drinks are loaded with sugar, artificial flavorings, and chemicals that feed the very microbes causing your bloating. The truth is, you don't need a fancy bottle to restore your gut. You need living, real foods. Fermented foods like kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, or homemade yogurt with no sugar. These are the real probiotics. They're powerful because they come with natural enzymes, acids, and compounds that feed your good bacteria while starving the bad. And the best part? You can make them yourself. Real gut healing doesn't come from packaging, it comes from nature. Now let's expose a dangerous habit millions rely on: antacids. You've probably taken one after a heavy meal and felt relief. But what if that relief is actually slowly destroying your digestion? Most people believe acid reflux means they have too much acid. In reality, they have too little. When your stomach acid is low, food doesn't digest properly. It lingers, ferments, and creates gas pressure that pushes acid upward. The burning you feel isn't excess acid, it's misplaced acid. And when you suppress it with antacids, you stop your body from killing harmful microbes and absorbing minerals like magnesium and zinc. Over time, your stomach becomes weaker, your immune system crashes, and your gut becomes a breeding ground for infection. The fix isn't suppression, it's restoration. Natural acid supports like lemon water or diluted apple cider vinegar before meals can help retrain digestion. And if you suspect chronic issues, testing stomach acid with professional help is far better than numbing your body's signals. Another trend disguised as cleansing is colon detoxing. Teas, flushes, colonics, all claiming to clean your system. But here's the truth. Your gut isn't a dirty pipe that needs flushing. It's a living ecosystem. When you force it to purge, you strip away both harmful and beneficial bacteria. Your gut becomes defenseless, empty, and more prone to infection. That light feeling afterward? It's your body reacting to depletion, not renewal. Real detox happens through your liver, kidneys, and lungs naturally, daily. When you eat real foods rich in antioxidants, your body detoxifies on its own. Beets, garlic, lemon, cruciferous vegetables, they feed your liver, not flush it. Cleansing doesn't mean emptying your gut, it means nourishing it so it can heal itself. But gut damage doesn't always come from food alone. Stress is a silent killer. Every thought of worry, every night of poor sleep, floods your body with cortisol, a hormone that literally weakens the gut lining. It's like acid on fragile tissue. Over time, your gut walls develop tiny holes, what experts call leaky gut. Molecules slip through that don't belong, triggering immune reactions, allergies, and inflammation. You think it's random fatigue or brain fog, but it's your gut screaming for calm. You can't heal your gut in a state of constant fight or flight. Deep breathing, slowing down before meals, and getting sunlight in the morning aren't optional wellness trends. They are biological necessities. When you rest, your gut repairs. When you stress, it breaks. Now let's look at another common trap, the idea of a balanced diet. You've heard it all your life. Eat a little of everything. But in modern terms, everything means too much. Too many carbs, too much processed food, too much sugar disguised as healthy granola, cereals, or fruit juices. Every bite of refined starch feeds harmful bacteria and yeast. The more they eat, the louder they become, demanding more sugar, more snacks, more cravings. A truly balanced gut doesn't need endless variety. It needs simplicity. Real proteins, natural fats, and colorful vegetables, not powders, not bars, not meal replacements. Your microbiome doesn't thrive on excess. It thrives on consistency. Simplify your diet, and your gut will finally stop fighting for survival. And now we reach one of the most misunderstood parts of health culture, the superfood shake trend. People load blenders with raw kale, spinach, berries, and powders believing they're flooding the body with nutrients. But for many, these shakes are bombs of oxalates, insoluble fiber, and anti-nutrients that inflame the gut and block mineral absorption. You feel bloated, not energized. You get brain fog instead of clarity. You don't need to drown your system in greens to heal it. Sometimes healing means pulling back, letting your gut rest from overwork. Simple, nutrient-rich meals with gentle vegetables and easily digested proteins like eggs or bone broth will do more than a raw smoothie ever could. Your gut wants warmth and calm, not a cold blender of chaos. Each of these habits: fiber overload, low-fat diets, constant snacking, antacids, fake probiotics, detox teas, stress, and overcomplicated diets share one thing in common. They force your gut to fight instead of heal. And when your gut is in constant defense mode, your entire body suffers. Your skin breaks out, your energy crashes, your sleep worsens, and your mood spirals. Because your gut isn't just where you digest food, it's where you digest life. Inside your gut live trillions of microbes that communicate directly with your brain, regulate your hormones, and protect your immunity. When that system is broken, everything else collapses. You can't fix your mind without fixing your gut. You can't boost your energy without balancing your microbes. And you can't feel healthy if your digestive system is under siege. But here's the hope. Your gut is resilient. It can repair faster than any organ when given the right environment. Start by removing the irritants, the raw fiber, the processed grains, the sugary yogurts, the constant grazing. Replace them with healing foods, cooked vegetables, good fats, fermented foods, and nutrient-dense proteins. Give your gut time to rest. Let fasting and real sleep do their work. Step outside, get sunlight, breathe deeply. Every small change tells your body, you're safe. You can heal now. Your gut has been screaming for peace. The bloating, the fatigue, the cravings, they're not random. They're messages. It's time to listen. You think your diet is healthy, but is it healing you? Or slowly destroying you from the inside? Most people never ask that question until their body forces them to. But now, you know. The truth isn't found on food labels or trendy detox plans. It's in how your gut feels when you eat, rest, and live. Healing your gut is the foundation for everything. Your mood, your energy, your skin, your brain. It's not about eating less. It's about eating right. So starting today, question every healthy habit you've ever followed. Don't obey the trends. Obey your body. If this message opened your eyes, share it, because someone you love is still suffering without knowing why. And if you're ready to reclaim your energy and your health from the inside out, subscribe. The truth about your gut doesn't just change your diet, it changes your life.